In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, we'll just take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a cat. Oh yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Here, Hold My Earrings. My name is Al, and I'm your DM today. With me are Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura, Daria, Sophie, and Ida. Henrietta.
Hi, I'm Henrietta. I'm from Norway, and I play Mealy, a moon elf wizard.
Yvonne.
Hi, I'm Yvonne from Canada, and I play Cracker, a half-orc barbarian fighter.
Just anything to steal the scene, right, Yvonne? Even
Just
the
trying to
entry,
throw it in there.
the opening credits. Laura?
Hey, I'm Laura from Germany, and I play Byleth, a tiefling wizard.
Daria?
Hi, I'm Daria. I'm from Poland, and I play a tiefling sorcerer named Zenis.
Sophie?
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm from Wales, and I play a human wizard named Charlotte.
And Ida?
Hi, I'm Ida from Sweden, and I play Lilith, a wood elf cleric.
All right. Okay, Henrietta?
Yes. Last time we started in the room with the zombies, and Charlotte had just thrown a fireball at a lot of them and killed them. And the wizard yelled, "No, no, the fireball doesn't happen before the third act." And we kind of want to try to avoid another fight, so Mealy tries to de-escalate the situation and step forward and says something like, "Yes, zombies are so bad at taking orders," something like that. And we start talking to the wizard, and we learn that he used to be kind of a director and setting up plays on the surface. And he also tells us that he knows about a secret passage to the throne room. But in order to get that information, we have to be actors in his play. And we also understand that he's probably a ghost and that his last wish was to finish his play. And since we are the good guys, we want to help him. And the play is called I'd Claudius. It's about a young hero who wants to save a princess from a dragon. The usual stuff. And Sinise is going to play Claudius. Lilith will play Sam the Wise and Gangly. That's Claudius' sidekick. Charlotte will, of course, be the princess. And Byleth will be the dragon, since she used to be a dragonborn and can speak Draconic. And Cracker was supposed to be Sam the Wise and Gangly, but she can't read the script, so she is set to rally the crowd. That's zombies. And Mealy is going to help with the stage and the props. And after we have gotten our roles assigned, we are off to the prop room to look for props. And apparently we need a gem and a potion, according to the wizard. We get into the prop room, and it's full of cages with old remains of what look like birds or something. And we also see a cage with a mechanical machine type of thing that looks like a eye with wings, a bird kind of creature. He wakes up and he kind of tweets, and he indicates that he wants to get out. Mealy considers letting him out, but decides to look for the gem instead. And according to the wizard, if we just say the phrase, "the show must go on," the gem will glow. So she does that, and well, the gem glows, but it also spits out the dragon. Mealy tries to say that we need you for a show to the dragon, but that doesn't help, so he breathes fire on us. Byleth goes down, but Cracker saves her. heroically drags her off, and we continue to try and hit it with some stuff, and but suddenly Byleth get the most brilliant idea to polymorph it, and she uses her portent to make him fail his save. So now he's a snail. And since we are now kind of safe, we start to investigate the room to see if we can find the secret entrance to the throne room. And we notice a boiler that kind of doesn't quite fit into the room. So we think that that is probably the entrance to the throne room. Byleth tries to identify the dragon statue that the dragon spit out of, and it isn't magical, but it's probably a material for a component. I can't talk. It's material for a higher level containment spell, and it's probably worth a lot of gold. And Charlotte, she casts detect magic to try and find the potion that we are looking for. And a lot of things go off. There are some potions and a scroll case, and also the cage of the little mechanical bird lights up. The scroll case contains a scroll of major illusion, I think it was, and there are 3 red magical potions, probably one that the wizard needed, and there was also 1 black one. We haven't identified those yet. Well, Byleth and Charlotte are trying to figure out all the magical stuff. Sneeze immediately goes to talk to the ghost about the dragon statue, to see if you knew that there was a real dragon inside. And Byleth also are going to cast comprehend languages to talk to the mechanical bird. The ghost is not helpful at all. He's only focused on the play, that he needs to finish it. And he also tells us that he knew about the dragon inside, but he forgot to mention it. Byleth talks to the mechanical bird thingy, and he's been there for hundreds of years, and he wants to get out. And he was locked up by a powerful wizard that also contained the dragon in the gem. And after all this had happened, we have only 15 to 20 minutes left on the polymorphs, so we started to discuss what we should do with the dragon. We have some good ideas, some not so good. We tried to kind of figure out if we can use the scroll of major illusion to kind of scare it off. We also think about chucking the snail into the ghost so he can deal with it, and we just leave. But we end the episode while having this brainstorm. We haven't kind of figured out what we are going to do with it yet. The end.
Thank you very much. Well done. Some good ideas and some not so good ideas.
Like we always have.
Did you want to specify whose ideas were good and not so good, or?
Nah, well, kind of depends on the person, I guess. What do you think? If it's a good idea or not?
I know. I was wondering if you wanted to specify and bring a bit more detail into it.
No, just kind of.
Okay. I'll stop.
I'm not gonna hang someone out to dry.
No names named.
I feel
Yep.
like that's like the first time somebody's not done that. Okay. So yes, you've been running back and forth between the lab and the prop room rather, and the theater, and you are running out of time on this excellent spell, which was not just a clever cast, but also excellently executed by your portent wizard, your divination wizard, who used her portent to almost ensure that the dragon would fail its save. This very powerful dragon, who you all know are, dragons tend to be quite magical and therefore tend to have quite good resistances to magical effects. And the clock is ticking, and the snail is looking ever more ominous. Those of you who are proficient in animal handling can sense, although it is a snail, the little eye stalks are waving menacingly, just waiting and biding its time, slowly crawling around your feet, trying to get underfoot to be deliberately squashed so that it can come back to its full form. Psychically, you can almost sense that it wants to die as a snail and be reborn like the great phoenix in order to seek its vengeance. Some of you have already died. Some of you are down to your last few spell slots and or your cantrips. Of course, Cracker is always prepared to cast iron, as it were.
I'm ready.
Yep, you've got that one prepared.
Yep.
All right, so you guys are not in combat, so anybody can say anything they want. They can do anything they want. I think we weren't waiting on anybody to finish any spell casting, right? We'd finished all the ritual, detect magic spells, and identify spells, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yvonne did have a question about what the various items were that she found way back when in the temple, which was over a year ago at this point, the Yuan-Ti temple, where the Merilith had found a temporary home. And I don't remember exactly the timing, but let's say generously that when she fished out the bags with the stones and things in them, it was still while the detect magic spell was up and running. And they do not glow magically. But anybody who is proficient in Arcana can make a roll. If you weren't time, because you would have been focused on casting. So I guess that's melee, right?
24.
Okay. So melee, there were 3 sacks total. One of them had something that looked like dried leaves, and it smells briny. And it also had some high quality cloth, which Cracker had successfully determined later on was actually spider's silk. A second bag had a solid metal cube that had runes on both sides. And Mealy will know that this cube is a spell component, non-magical, but it is a spell component for a very powerful type of magic that would create an anti-magical field.
Mm.
It's very rare, very hard to make, and in conjunction with the spell, can neutralize almost any magical creature's abilities to use spells or spell-like effects, or disable spell-like effects in an area, if, for example, it was a permanent feature. And the first sack is full of these large, heavy balls made of different minerals, and they are also non-magical, but they can be used also as material components for various magical spells. And one of them is actually a lodestone, a type of magnet. They are potentially quite valuable to the right buyer, and also in a party full of wizards. Well, yeah, 3 wizards, I guess. They, at the right level, at the right time, they might be useful for specific spells that require specialized spell components that you can't recreate simply by using a spell focus. Okay.
Mhm.
And you don't know for sure what that dried leaves things are, but they do look like dried vegetation of some sort. They're cut up in flat and black, so they don't necessarily look like leaves, but the consistency seems like dried vegetation. If anybody wanted to eat it, they could try it. Hope you don't get poison. Step on. Step on. Step on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Step on me. Step on me. Step on. Unless somebody's like literally got him in a cup.
We
Now,
really have to figure out what to do with him.
You did get some feedback from the ghost. Did you ever ask the ghost his name?
I don't think so.
I don't think you ever
What
do.
is
You,
wrong
you
with Sam? Was it not?
huh?
Was it not Sam the ghost?
No.
No. I wrote
No,
down
Sa-
Sam
that's
the ghost.
one of the characters in the play, Sam the Wise and Gangly.
Oh, why did I? Okay.
Does everybody know where that comes from? Do I need to explain
Yes.
that one? Everybody. Okay, yeah. Anybody not know where that comes from? Okay. And if you don't know and you feel embarrassed, it's okay. Could have really layered it on, but I didn't want to make it too obvious, so I didn't name him like Bodor or something. The other character. Okay. Right. He's just the ghost writer director.
Yep.
Ghost man.
Ghost man.
He has a name. He is an individual. How would you like to be called the dragonborn the tiefling that used to be a dragonborn?
That's fine. Call
Or
me
Miss
Dragon.
Horns, Miss Horny,
Miss Horn's gal.
Miss Horns gal.
That would be fine. If you don't know me. I don't know, Mr. Ghostman.
It's not like you couldn't have asked him by now. You've had like several conversations with him. Like when you ran back in the theater and you tried to get his attention to ask him this question, what to do with the dragon. Like, what did you say? Hey,
I
Mr.
was not
Ghostman?
there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you were busy ritual casting. Wait,
Hey,
wait,
you.
hey, you.
Hey,
Way to
you.
absolve yourself. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Yes. We need to figure out what to do with the dragon.
Now, he did give you some advice. I don't remember. Sorry, Henrietta. I don't recall if you actually mentioned this in the recap.
Well, he said that we could try and scare it away. Or
Yes.
lure it away with the promise of treasure.
And this guy also said something similar.
Yeah.
You guys can, since you're out of combat, you guys can talk to each other about like how low you may be on resources, if that's a concern for any of you.
I'm just very bloodied, but maybe I'm just going to drink a healing potion.
Don't do that if you've got a healer who can cast spells. Healing potions are non-replaceable, but spell slots refresh every day.
I don't want to seem needy.
How
No.
many of you are blooded? Because
Laura would
I'm
literally eat the last pot of yogurt if everybody was starving to death because she wanted it. Jack, I'll never forget you. Get off my door. Push.
My
are a
yogurt
lot of
running
you
now.
blooded?
Charlotte is quite bloodied. She's on her last legs, actually.
I also am
I'm
blooded.
fine.
This time.
Yeah,
I'm a
this
half
time I'm
down.
fine.
Because I do have one spell that's called Mass Healing
Yes.
Word.
Yeah, well, that's a good combat one, so that could save a lot of people.
Yeah, but I don't have the Prayer of Healing.
Oh no!
No.
That would be so helpful now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do have Healing Word, Healing Word, Cure Wounds, and Mass Healing Word. I'm a bit low on my spells, so I need some rest soon.
Me too.
But so I mean, I have like not that many from each group, but if we are a lot of people needing healing, I can use the Mass Healing Word.
Yeah.
But it won't give you that much healing. But it will be something.
You got to prioritize. You're going to save one of them.
Mm.
I mean, it's also a sort of a.
Whatever would be preferable for you.
If I use that, I won't be. None of you can die.
Oh, actually, maybe.
Maybe save it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't give you those diamonds for nothing.
You mean you didn't give them to her because diamonds are a girl's best friend?
Well, that too. I'm just that kind. That looks like she could use a friend.
Ooh. Oh. Ida doesn't need friends. She's got all her servants to keep her company.
Lilith doesn't.
Lilith doesn't. Not yet.
I'm
Who
working on it.
knows? She's working on it. She might be, maybe one day she'll actually be able to develop an undead army to follow her.
Oh Lord.
Helm,
Oh
the
hell.
other guy. Technically, she
The other
doesn't
guy.
do necromancy, but we could always change. People have gone from, change race, change class. So
We can fix her.
said every woman about every guy.
But Sinise is bloodied and Charlotte, right? And everyone else is fine.
Everybody who's bloodied, would you please put a red dot on your token so it's
Yeah.
visually obvious, just to help people keep track. Cracker's bloodied, right? Didn't you say?
Well, Cracker's not less than half,
Okay, so she's not bloodied. So
but
that's
I
more
am
than,
out of rage.
like this intense calm comes over you.
I'm really zen right now.
Like you've just had like the world's biggest cup of chamomile tea.
Yeah, it's pretty chill. It's warm in here. It's cozy. I'm starting to get sleepy.
You're taking a melatonin.
Yeah.
Add a little CBD oil added to your tea.
Allergic to
It doesn't do it for me. I've never tried to smoke it, but I've been in rooms where people were smoking. I mean, I felt a little bit more, didn't really notice a big difference. And this one party was like really thick. Like I should have gotten stoned out of my mind. Okay. So yeah, so I don't do drugs. Don't do drugs unless you want to. In which case, do drugs.
Safely.
Safely, responsibly, legally,
Doesn't have to be legally.
safely. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Half the party is bloodied, which means they're less than half their hit points. The other half, maybe not that bad off, some of them, but what are you guys doing on spell slots or reserves, spell reserves? Do you feel like you have a lot left? Not too much?
Nope.
Nope.
I have a lot
Not
left.
enough.
Not enough. Yeah, Daria, you're a bit of a belt and braces kind of girl, so you'll like anything less than 100%, you're like, that's not enough. Unless I can cast Fireball 6 times, I don't feel like I've got enough firepower.
Yes.
And unfortunately, Fireball is not so useful against a big red dragon that spits fire. Merely taking the lightning bolt when she has a chance to would be quite clever. If only the DM would let her level up, for God's sake. I know. Jesus. It's not like she hasn't been playing, not like Henrietta has been playing D&D for years now. But you see, if you just changed your class as Delin, I would have let you stay the same level.
Yep.
You'd be casting Wall of Force and telekinesis and teleport by now.
Gonna bring her back.
Oh God. You know how much effort I had to put into like writing that whole scene with Kiransley and back then the AI art wasn't that good yet. So like getting that thing where like your face is onto the worm. Oh my God, what a pain in the neck. I literally spent an hour trying to figure that out. And in the end, I still ended up using just like 3D art to like prop the image. The art is great. Unfortunately, now that you guys are expecting like tailored art, it takes a lot of effort doing it. It's probably takes more effort than writing sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to hear about my complaints and my worries. And you still haven't let this poor little mechanical creature out. Boop, 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 boop.
Do you want me to let him out? Should I?
Do I?
No,
I
I'm
don't
asking the
have-
body.
And
Or I
as soon as
can
he's
ask the god.
freed of shackles, he expands to fill the entire room like a giant carp that was only constrained by the size of his environment.
Well, then we could lock the dragon inside there.
No.
I think he's gonna kind of break the cage when he comes to himself. What about if you talk to him? Do he seem friendly?
Yeah, he did. I mean, he wanted to get out, you know. But
See the world.
see the world, explore a little. And I think he does have the right to do that. So I don't know. Do you have what spell would you use on that cage?
I could try knock. See if that
Sure.
works.
I think he deserves to be free.
He's
Wait,
good
hang on. Do I still have to take magic up?
well, it's only good for 10 minutes, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then we do like 2 identify spells sequentially.
Two?
Maybe.
Did we?
I thought we did, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I
But it's
thought
been
I
40
only. No, we did. We did identify, and then I cast comprehend languages.
which is also 10-minute wait.
Mhm.
And it's 40 minutes, and the first thing you did was cast detect magic, so it would have been over by like 30 minutes ago. Wait, how long is detect magic? Is it an hour or 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
It
Yeah.
is 10 minutes. Okay.
Or maybe
So-
15.
No, I think it's 10 minutes. But I think you
Okay.
said that the cage had abjuration magic on it.
Ah,
Yes, it
okay.
did.
Yeah.
Ah, fabulous. That's what I wanted to check to make sure there's not like a trap or something. So adjuration is like defense or something, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it
Hmm.
can be kind of
17
an arc.
intelligence.
Lock.
What if it means it's like
Did you just go
defense?
hee?
Maybe.
Like the cuteness overload in this group is just it's like off the charts.
Well, I was saying it ironically. It wasn't a serious um I, ju- I jump off a bridge and fall to my death.
Either that or you're like trying to do a Michael Jackson impression.
What was I saying?
I don't know. I lost track. So
Right. Okay. Yeah. So the cage. What if the cage is like defended against magic or something, and you've just wasted a spell slot?
no.
Could be. Violet could try to dispel it, but that's a more powerful spell, so it will cost more.
Mm-hmm.
What if I try to lockpick it with my dagger?
You could try,
You don't
but
sound
if
convinced.
it's
No,
protected by
I think
a magical spell, so
I think I described the cage as not having what appears to be a mechanical lock.
Oh, okay, fine.
So it looks like it's just a door in a gilded cage that's closed, but you can't open it. And it did light up as abjuration magic.
Okay. I guess knock is our best bet then. If you want to open it.
Mhm. And what was the spell you were thinking of using to open the?
me, knock.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I can try it, see if it works. But I want everyone to agree on this because last time I did something on my own, I released the dragon.
Go ahead. I don't know.
Beep, 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 beep.
I'm just gonna look at the bird thing and just say that you be a good boy now, okay? And I am going to cast knock.
Okay. You cast knock. And as you do so, the door slightly swings open, and you instinctively understand it was an arcane lock spell, and your knock spell did work as per the spell description temporarily.
Yep.
And immediately, the little device creature, whatever you want to call it, flies out. Is the comprehend language still up?
Yeah, that's an hour, isn't it?
That's an hour.
Yes.
And he
You're
literally
welcome.
just takes a whole action, just flitting around the room excitedly. He looks like a parakeet that's managed to escape his cage, and there are moments when you are terrified as you watch him nearly crash into the various walls and implements and devices, but he somehow manages to avoid any kind of collision. And then he finally rests on Mealy's shoulder. And in Mealy's ear, it sounds like, but hears, "Get out of here! The thing turns back into a dragon."
One more time.
What'd you say?
One more time. I didn't catch what you said.
We've got to get out of here before that thing turns back into a dragon. Or you could use the cage.
I'll tell that to everyone.
Yeah,
I don't know, the cage? Do you think it would hold the dragon?
I think it's very powerful.
yeah, my knock
Okay.
spell is up for 10 minutes and the doors will close again.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So-
so I mean, we can try to put the snail in there so we don't have to use the major image scroll, but maybe we can be prepared to cast major image.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I'll run after the snail frantically, trying not to smash it, of course.
If you have the statuette, you can also re-imprison him with the right spell.
What spell?
Imprisonment, as in imprison.
Ah,
But to everybody else, it just sounds boop, 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 boop.
that does make sense. Well, I don't know that spell yet, so
Boop, boop, boop,
we have
boop,
to.
boop, boop. But he doesn't know that.
Mm.
Mm,
You need someone good at deceiving people to try and
Mm.
convince him that
If
we
only
can.
there was a magical spellcaster with a really high charisma.
Yeah, looking at Sydney.
Denise? Is it you?
I think it's you.
It's probably
What?
me, all right?
Oh yeah,
That's
definitely.
probably
It's Cracker.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. What?
Yeah. So charming.
We could try and deceive it.
The dragon knows what that statuette is. It's very powerful, and the dragon fears being captured again. You can use it to drive it off, and you can use it to try to force its hand.
I getcha. So as long as we hold on to this and sort of say, hey, you could go back in here at any time. Yeah, that would work.
And then he goes, boop, 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 and puts a finger on his nose and then points a finger at Cracker.
Mm,
I still like the cage option.
Yeah. I mean, I think we always need a plan B.
and C
And
and D and R for resurrection, revivification, raise dead. They're all R starting.
Mhm.
And he
Fireball.
points, yeah, plan F. And he points at the cage and goes, the last inhabitant of that cage was a demon.
Are you a demon?
I know some things about demon in cages.
Yes, you do.
That I don't know. That's different, I hope.
Hey, that was never proven.
But we should hurry up. If we're going to put him in the cage, we should do it now, before the spell breaks.
Mhm.
We could try
Or
that first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Or we can release him and say that if he doesn't behave, we are going to put him back in the statue. And we will have I wouldn't call it an ally, but
I mean, we'd have a dragon foot play.
He gets very, very agitated, starts flying around the room.
Just put it in the cage. Put it in the cage.
I'll put it in the cage.
If he really
It's
can't
fascinating.
cast that spell, he's smart enough to realize that over time.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll also tell that to everyone. I kept the snail, right? So I'll just put it in there. Close the door. Be careful not to sneeze.
Sneeze. Yeah, if one of you gets infected with the black mold, maybe I'll have you guys sneeze like black oozy mucus. Achoo! Who here has sneezed while they had food in their mouths and spit it all out over other people, over their glasses?
I've definitely done that to
Definitely not me.
myself.
Yep. We've all done it or seen somebody else do it. Did I tell you guys about this?
What?
Did I? Oh, well, so one time at university, we'd all been out late at night. And so, of course, the first thing you do is you go to the dining hall for breakfast, which for us was actually like a late night dinner. And, it's breakfast. So we got, breakfast foods. And one of the guys, Harry, we were all cracking up. We were all like hungover, drunk, and we were still having fun from last night. So like all kinds of stupid things which seemed incredibly hilarious. And Harry was having cereal, and he is this really, really built guy, really, really good looking, really built guy, but he wears glasses. And he laughed so hard he somehow spit milk, but not out of his mouth. It came flying out of his nose, and then somehow it shot up his glasses from the inside, and it coated his glasses from the inside. One minute he's laughing, one minute like the glasses just go white. It's just like, and then the milk, you just see the milk dripping down his face.
Dear me.
It was quite a sight. You had to be there. Anyway, so. And he's just standing there wiggling a finger back and forth like a metronome.
I've put the snail in there, right?
Oh, did you?
And
yeah.
yeah. And I closed
Oh.
the door, and
Okay.
all
right.
going to hide, I think.
All right.
But like in a heroic manner.
Heroic
You're gonna-
hiding.
You're gonna hide in a heroic. You're gonna cower heroically.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take a stance,
While you're squatting down behind a lab table, like you've
Mhm.
got your arms on your hips, but you're squatting.
Yeah, it's all part of the plan.
It's quite an image. Go ahead and roll charisma to see if you look heroic or not,
Oh, I hope so.
or performance if you have it. Yeah, not
13.
bad. It looks like you're doing some sort of a weird like yoga pose.
So cool.
Boop, boop, boop. And then he just flies over and closes the door. Eep. And then looks at you again and goes, "Boop, boop. You need to close the door. Somebody left the
Can I-
door open."
Can I drop the spell,
Sure.
even though it's not concentration, but can I kind of decide that I don't want it to be suppressed anymore?
I guess
Arcane Lock?
technically you can't, but
Okay.
we can just go to 10 minutes if you really want. If nobody else wants to do anything in the remaining 8 minutes.
I'll make
Six.
sure the door is more than shut.
Okay.
I
I
should
want
like 3
to.
times.
I want to ask Violet. Violet, can you ask the creature how to open this boiler?
I can do that. So wait, what's your name? Do you have a name?
Oof. Nice one.
Boop, boop. And he says, "I thought you'd never ask. It's Quark,
Quirk?
not Quirk. Quark. Do I look like a quirky guy to you?"
A little bit, but in a good way.
Quark, like a little tiny molecule. Do you know what a molecule is?
I do know what a molecule is. I happen to have 18 intelligence.
And he just stands there floating in the air with his wings flittering, but he like lays out like one hand and it's kind of like it bends at the wrists, and then he just sort of stares in the opposite direction.
Wait, do you know what the spoiler is for here?
Don't know.
Hmm.
Boiling things?
He doesn't know. But his
Too
name's
bad.
Quark.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
His name's Quark. 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 Not in a like a molecule.
Quark.
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 Not
Love that name.
Quark.
The teacher would love you.
And then he just sits on Cracker's shoulder. And then
Little
just starts
guy.
whittering away in Cracker's ear, even though Cracker doesn't understand. And just pointing at Violet.
I know, but she's sweet. She is sweet.
I did thumbs up.
And then he sort of like gives you a fake smile and thumbs up back.
Oh no.
4 minutes.
I feel like we should get out of here.
2 minutes.
Let's go
Helicopters
act in a
coming
play.
in,
All
you
the
know.
potion? For the play?
Yeah,
The
let's go
potion?
do this play.
Okay.
Which potion?
Okay.
Yeah. I thought you said that we need.
I think
you
Charlotte
got that
has
today.
all the magical potions, yeah, that she found.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
What was potions again?
3 red ones and 1 black one. And I thought
Right.
that one might be a healing, I think.
Right.
Nice note taking there, Soph.
Yep.
Wait,
Better
no,
than
I do have the notes here. I just had to scroll up in the chat.
In the chat. Some people actually write them down in their own books or on their own files.
I do that too.
Okay. 1 minute. Ready weapons.
I'm gonna ready sacred flame on the dragon in case
I'm
if
not gonna-
it
I'm
goes out
really
of
getting
the
to Ida. She's actually
yeah,
losing it.
in case it get out of the cage.
She's getting too excited. I'm
Yeah.
making people nervous.
I'm just
Cracker's
gonna
readying
walk
her
out
great
and
axe.
Just
stand
walk out.
in the kind of doorway and kind of just peek in.
Somebody
But
has to
out of the
survive
room.
to tell.
Yeah.
I'm still hiding heroically.
Hiding heroically. Oomph. And then the dragon reappears, but it seems to be constrained by the cage, and the cage kind of bulges out. Yvonne, give us a D20 roll.
Oh man.
Oh man.
17.
And the cage holds, and it kind of bends, and the dragon's like all squished up inside. It's like, and all you hear again, Byleth, is, "What is this? Let me out! This is horrible! I am very powerful. How dare you?" And he just shoots little gouts of flame, but because he's so small, they don't really reach you. They are very hot, but it's just like frustrating. And he just like lights things on fire, but nothing else happens.
Oh, kind of feel sorry for him.
Well,
Oh well,
I
let's
don't.
go to
I
the
have
play.
role to play.
Well.
Dragon Rugbeard.
Oh well, maybe when we save the king, we can talk to it and let it out, and if he promises to not hurt us and go away.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe,
We'll see.
maybe not.
Poor thing. He's only been trapped for how long? And now he's trapped
Yeah,
again.
poor thing.
Poor thing.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later. Anyway.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Guess we have to do a play since no one know how to open a boiler.
Mm.
Let's do it.
But we need a dragon.
We've got
Well, we need the
fireball.
illusion of a fire.
Or fire.
Or fire.
Violet, can you ask the, well, we know his name, Quark, if he knows how to cast fireball, because I thought I heard him say something like that when he was in the cage.
Hmm. Well, do you know how to cast fireball?
And he says, "Fireball?
Mhm.
No. Don't you?"
I do. Yeah.
And then he just sort of looks at you like quizzically, and he puts his arms on his hips.
I thought, such a cool guy like you, maybe. But
What can he do?
Then he
Nothing?
tilts his head backwards, and he just sort of like strokes the top of his round head and goes, "Ooh."
hmm. So what can you do other than fly around and look super cool?
I am a modron. I am of the lowest order of the modron race. There are millions of us. My role is to serve.
Serve
I can fight, I can build things, but I basically usually take orders from higher up modrons.
Hmm.
Why
On
was he
our
locked in the cage?
Yeah.
the wizard, and then he uses the air quote sign, which apparently seems to be not only universal but also interdimensional. The wizard was convinced that actually I was some sort of polymorphed, very powerful being. And the only reason why was because at the time, the kingdom was under attack by these creatures with these weird heads, lots of tentacles, and they were sucking everybody's brains out. But they couldn't get mine. Maybe because I'm made of metal, but maybe because my brain works differently. And so, since I survived the attack, he insisted that I must be very powerful. And he locked me away until I would give up the secret. But I had no secrets. WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get.
Oh, that's cool. So I'll tell that to everyone.
Okay.
Mm. So what do you want to do now that you're free?
Ooh. and he says, I want to get back to my world.
Would I know something of his world?
I don't know. Would you?
I do, but I don't think Violet knows. Maybe from university or something.
Yes, maybe. Go ahead and roll a history check.
24.
Ooh, yes. As you go back and review your notes that you took so meticulously and have carried around with you ever since you nearly completed your graduate courses there in the Conclave of Silvery Moon, you will recall various lessons, including one guest lecture by one Agamemnon Scorch, that there was, in fact, a world or a universe comprised of mechanical intelligent beings. And they are called modrons. And the whole world is mechanical. The whole universe is mechanical. Everything that normally you take for granted as an organic living world here on the prime material plane and on your world of Coral is essentially converted into something mechanical there. And their system of this particular race is extremely hierarchical. They operate more like a hive structure, although it's not technically exactly a hive. It's actually ruled by more of a committee, but it is very similar to a hive. They're low-level workers who do all the grunge work, and they take orders from the higher level uh, uh, beings that are mechanical. And until you get to the very top of the hierarchy, where there's only a small number of ruling class elite mechanical beings. They are extremely orderly, and they cannot disobey any instructions or betray their purpose. Although occasionally they do go bad circuits and things.
Very lawful.
Highly lawful.
Well, I wish you good luck on your journey then. Send us a postcard. um, thumbs up.
Is this the end? Where will I go?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You can also come along with us until maybe we find an opening to your plane.
And sort of seems to nod. Its singular eye sort of rolls up a little bit, and then it gives everybody a thumbs up. Let's do it.
Yay! Thumbs up. All right. He's coming with us for now until we somehow find an opening to Mechanus.
Just collecting little hangers on and groupies everywhere you go. Now, you will remember from your lessons, though, that the low-level modrons, the monodrones, which is what you think this is, they tend to be rather singular-minded, and somehow, although he doesn't look very impressive, this doesn't fit with the general description that you thought you knew about these creatures, or at least this particular level of the creatures. So there's something unusual about him. All right. Yes.
So let's
The dragon
perform.
continues to breathe fire at the cage, trying to squeeze its way into a position so it's more comfortable, and we're able to try to gnaw at the various bars of the cage to no real effect.
You can come back and talk to the dragon later.
Yeah, let's do that later. First, I gotta pee.
Yeah.
I
And we
don't,
have a
but
show too.
I'm sure somebody does. And you have a show, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You've been rehearsing your lines, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I've done my part. I got the props.
You did. You did. Somebody still has to manage them, though.
Yeah. Well, the dragons managed.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. All right. So it's 10:35. Shall we take 10 minutes?
Okay.
Sounds good.
That's good.
Okay. Cool.
10 minutes till showtime.
Sorry. What?
I said 10 minutes till showtime.
Yes. 10 minutes till showtime. Excellent. Thank you. Hi. We hope you're enjoying this episode, and if so, please like and subscribe. And remember, the next time your DM says, roll initiative, yell back,
Here.
hold my earrings.
Here, hold my earrings.
This is good. I think we only need this take.
And yes, you guys have successfully caged the powerful red dragon, again, whose name you don't know and you didn't bother to ask. Why do I even bother writing backstories and coming up with names of these guys? Like the one time you asked the name, it's like I didn't actually think of a name and I have to come up with Bob. Like every, it's like all these terrific names, and it's like, it's like so exhausting. No, I joke. I love you guys. He's trapped, and you have a play to put on.
We do.
Sorry, are you guys waiting for me to put you back in the theater, or do you guys want to do anything else before you go?
Nope, good for the theater.
Okay. Sorry, was that something? Somebody want to say something?
No, I just agreed with Cracker.
Okay.
Yep.
Your familiars are still dead, or temporarily dismissed, technically, I guess, because of the fire-breathing
Rip.
dragon incident.
For like the 100th time. Sorry, Ivy.
I think Bruenor has died twice, actually.
Well, speak for yourself.
Ivy's obviously a bad influence. Okay, I think you guys are back in the theater.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, great.
Mhm.
And when you return, you see that some of the zombie corpses have been moved over to clear the way. The ghost, Mr. Ghost Man, or whatever you called him, is standing or milling about, sort of floating, hovering. If a ghost could be said to be hovering impatiently, that's what he's doing. Ah, you're back. Excellent. Have we got everything we need?
Yes.
Wasn't a trick question. Good. Well, it's been a while since I've done this. Right. Places, everyone. And these guys will move off to the side. It goes very slowly because he has to literally give them each individual directions. Otherwise, they just stand around. The musician-looking ones move over here. Actually, they'll move down to what would... Ooh. And there's a massive earthquake. And they will move to what would be called the orchestra pit. And then he waves over at all of you, excluding Tonker and Pug. Take your spots when you're ready. Can you guys move your tokens?
I think I'm here to just direct the clapping, right?
I don't know where we go. Down here?
I don't know. We kind of didn't talk about this.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll go through it and fix it in final edits.
So, wait. Then question. This is a rehearsal, right?
Sure.
Then I should probably not fireball. Or we should not fireball just now.
Yes,
Well, it's up
please.
to you. If you want to make it realistic, that's fine, but we don't technically need it.
Please
Okay.
don't.
I'd rather be yeah. I'd
Not the
rather use
face.
them later. Okay,
Good,
great.
good. Do you need rehearsal? I mean, it's up to you.
I rather just do this once.
You don't want to die twice?
No, and I'm not a good actor.
I don't mind either.
Well, if you feel you've got it down, then we can just go straight into it. It'll be a bit less polished, but a bit more improvisational, and therefore perhaps a bit more realistic.
We'll go modern.
What's that?
We'll go modern.
Yes.
Modern adaptation.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. All the rage in the 2nd century, which you suspect by reference may mean that's where he's mentally stuck.
Oh. Sure.
I'm
Fine.
gonna raise my hand, and I'm just gonna. Excuse me. What's the potion for?
The potion? Have
Yeah,
you read the
told us.
script?
I did. But
Well, there's a potion of fire resistance. Claudius is supposed to drink the potion of fire resistance in order to survive the dragon's breath. And poor Sam, the wise and gangly, does not, and therefore is fried to a crisp in a most heroic death, which inspires Claudius to take revenge and destroy the great monster.
Can I just use normal potion of healing? I'm fire resistant. It looks the same, I think.
Oh, well, I mean, this is a prop, so feel free to drink red wine if you'd like.
Do we have some red wine?
There's probably some back in the prop room.
Okay, no, thank you.
Oh, all right, fine. Fair enough.
Just to be safe, I'm gonna change my sorcery points to first level spell slot and cast False Life on myself.
Fair enough. Well, it's actually a pretty good idea. I mean, who knows? You might need it.
Probably.
Good. Right. Are we ready?
Aye, aye, Captain.
What? No. I'm a director, not a captain.
It was a
And,
figure of speech.
Right. We are also hundreds of miles from water, unless you count the Dark Lake, but, well, anyway, very good. So, well, you've all got the script, haven't you? You've all read it. Yes?
Yes.
All memorized.
Very good. Anybody have any questions? So, just to confirm, this is the live production, yes? Not a dry run. We're not going to go through a rehearsal.
That's correct.
Right. And there shall be these effects that are very special. I like to call them special effects.
What's your name, Mr. Director?
Yes, of course. Well, it's on the script. Eliphas.
Oh,
And he bows deeply and takes off his ghostly hat. Eliphas, the half-elf. Quite famous, you know. I'm sure you've heard of some of my works. The Pie Man.
Oh, yes. That was a very good one.
Yes, well, I was quite proud of that one. You know, they played that for 2 years, and then he names a city none of you have ever heard of. And there was the most famous Waiting for Godot.
that's great.
I never felt that one was quite as well appreciated. Some
Well,
critics claimed it was a bit slow, but that was the whole point.
very absurdist. Maybe too ahead of its time.
Yes, thank you. I did agree. I felt that with the passage of time, it might become a bit more well received. If only I had been a full elf and could survive for hundreds of years instead of being simply a half elf and living only 150 or so. But it doesn't matter. Great works always survive over time, don't they? Well, I'm hoping this will be my magnum opus, the one that everyone remembers throughout all time, amongst dwarves and men and elves. Good. So, did we do introductions? I've forgotten.
I'm in the audience. I'm Cracker.
Yes, Cracker, very good. So you'll be directing the audience for applause. Technically, I'll have to do it. Zombies, what can you do? But you'll give me the signal. And perhaps even start with your own sound effects. Um, I see you've got some weapons. I suppose you could bang them together, shout, hoot, holler, all that.
Okay. I got this pot. That'll work.
Yes, banging of pots is considered in some cultures to be quite positive, and other ones quite negative, oddly enough. But we'll be optimistic here. And who shall be playing the role of the great hero Claudius?
I am Zenis.
Excellent. And you said you're fire resistant.
That I am.
Well, that comes in quite handy. Yes, our poor previous actor wasn't very fire resistant, and after about a few hundred times of bringing him back as a zombie, he's gotten a bit too charred to take on the role again, I'm afraid. Ah, and who shall play Sam the Wise and Gangly?
Well, that's me, Lilith.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, you want to channel loyalty, steadfastness, but not blind devotion. More, not quite romantic, but something bordering on adoration. Do you think you can do that?
I can try.
Excellent. That's the spirit. No pun intended. Excuse me. Bit too much pipe weed. Right. And who shall be the fair princess?
Why, that would be me, the Lady Charlotte Seahauler. And I'll curtsy.
Oh, right. Feel like we've done this bit before. And he bows again and lifts and takes his hat off. Well, of course, it is always a pleasure to have part of the nobility take a role in one of my plays. I did once have a duchess play the role of a queen. Unfortunately, she took the role a bit too seriously and tried to have one of the other actors actually decapitated on stage. Went over a treat with the audience, but unfortunately, it was a one-run production.
Well, sounds like my kind of lady.
Oh dear. Well, let's try to save it until after the show's over, shall we? Right. And who will play the role of the great beast, the worm of destruction?
Um, I will.
Oh, no, this is completely wrong. Oh, who's responsible for that casting? I hope that's not the voice you tend to use. That's horrible. Nobody will believe it. Ugh, this isn't meant to be a comedy. Can you put any gravitas in your voice? Sound terrifying, not chirpy. I want death and destruction, not breakfast nook.
Oh no. Okay, I'll just use thaumaturgy and make my voice very loud. And I'm just gonna say, Du willst das? Huh?
Ugh.
Arr.
Oh, God. Ugh. If I still had ears, they'd bleed. Oh, I suppose there's not much one can do. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm very grateful. All right. And of course, last but certainly not least, the prop manager, stage manager. I suppose that's you.
That's me,
And your name is?
Mia Lee.
I know that's you, but what's your name?
Mia Lee.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
I did.
That's a bit ridiculous, really. Yeah. Ugh, off to an auspicious start. Oh, well, fine. I mean, we've got a dragon that looks like a children's puppet and sounds like one, and then we've got a comedic actress running the stage. That's fine. It'll be fine. Well, I hope, Cracker, you shall keep them all in line. I'm counting on you. You know your friends better than I do.
They'll be great.
Good. Well, that's exactly the spirit I want. All right, everyone. You've got the scripts. You don't need anything from me, do you? Speaking of the scripts, as I said, I typically write these and then we produce them, but this is my magnum opus, and I have learned a few things of running shows for decades, including feedback from the good actors that I work with. Some of the best have contributed mightily to the productions that they've put on. Does anyone have any feedback? Would anyone like to make any suggestions? I'm open to all kinds of ideas. No? Well, of course not. It's perfect, so why should you want to make any changes? Very good. We set the scene. Opening. Backdrop. A beautiful castle. Young man strides boldly forth, trailed by his devoted servant and friend. And take it away.
I, Claudius, am cursed. While it is true that I am young, handsome, intelligent, and born of a noble family, as the third son, I will never inherit my lands or titles from my father. And once my brother starts families, I will no longer be welcome. I therefore must journey out into the world to seek my own fortune. Perhaps I shall be lucky and find a dragon whom I may slay, so that I may be rewarded with its treasure hoard. And if not, at least let it consume me in its powerful breath, so that my death shall inspire others and bring fame and honor to my family.
But Mr. Claudius, having missed out on breakfast, mid-morning allowances, and lunch, however we have the strength to fight a most fearsome monster such as a dragon, at least let me help you carry your picnic basket.
Excellent. Act 2 setting. A mountain, dark and ominous, with thunderous lightning-strewn clouds surrounding it. In the background, the sound of a great worm hissing and screeching as it makes a flying pass off in the distance and then lands in front of a cave entrance. And he points, "Take it away." And he whispers, "Gravitas."
Ich bin Rotbart, the fearsome dragon that terrorizes the valley. All day long, I lounge on my pile of treasure as I dream up new and inventive ways to torture the honest, hardworking citizens of this land. Und nun, jetzt habe ich auch die wunderschöne Prinzessin als Geisel genommen. I have taken as the hostage the lovely princess.
And then he points at Charlotte.
I am the beautiful princess who is as helpless as she is fertile, wasting away as a prisoner. Is there no one brave enough to face the dragon and claim me for a bride?
No one shall ever come für dich, Prinzessin, for I am omnipotent, allmächtig. But warte. What does that smell? It smells of roasted turnips, ham, sweat, fear, old socks, worn leather, and steel. Es riecht nach einem Mann.
Not just any man, but in fact, it is I, Claudius, the handsomest, bravest, tallest, and most vile of the race of men. And I have come to slay you, you foul creature, to free the people of your tyranny, and take your horde as my own, and rescue the princess who is cruelly helpless without a man to guide her.
And I, Sam the wise and gangly, who has come to assist the brave and handsome Claudius in his most noble quest, and eventually will hope to marry the handmaiden of the beautiful princess once she has been rescued.
Törichte Männer! Neither of you will survive, for as a powerful dragon, I possess the power of my fiery breath, mein feuriger Atem, which you shall experience now. And I'm going to cast Fireball on both of them. Psh. And also I have Charlotte in my arms.
All right. And as you do, a large flame and explosion occurs. All right. Everybody, you two roll your saving throws. Obviously, it's just Lilith and Zanice. Okay. Well, Lilith has survived, it sounds like. 14 points for each of you. Well done. And then he points at Lilith. Fall down, fall down.
I'm gonna fall down.
And he just sort of looks relieved. Go, go.
Ha! Despite your breath weapon, I secretly drank a potion of fire resistance before coming to fight you, and thus I will survive your cowardly attack.
Oh, Mr. Claudius, you are so smart. If only I had thought to drink a potion beforehand. But alas, I am as foolish as I am fat, and hence I burn. Ow, ow, ow.
I shall avenge you, Sam, my faithful servant. Have a day, you wicked worm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Aua! Oh nein! It appears. You have killed me now. Slain me. Erschlagen. Atop my bed of gold and gems. Such is the fate of a vile creature, such as myself. Und so sterbe ich.
Victory is mine, and with the death of Red Beard, I shall claim my rightful reward, the beautiful princess and the treasure.
Oh, Claudius, my hero! My loins burn with the anticipation of providing you with many sons.
Unseen, yes!
Woo! I'm just gonna clap.
And
Cracker
as you
pokes a couple
finish
of
the
the zombies.
scene, yes, and as you finish the scene, the zombies are standing mostly still, although they are starting to clap as he gives the signal. And you all watch as these ghostly images suddenly appear and materialize in the stands. And you see all these dwarves, the images of all these ghosts and dwarves, just standing there, apparently enjoying it. And then one steps forward in particular. Elphas, that was amazing. It was worth the wait. You have truly outdone yourself and your reputation. It shall live forever in our memories, and we shall rest easy knowing that we had this one last moment of happiness in these halls. We thank you, and to our brave and noble players who have helped bring forth this wonderful performance, you have the gratitude of myself and my people and the kingdom of Gauntlgrym. You have also helped us find rest and peace for those of us who had been trapped for hundreds of years since the first attacks by the Illithid. Know that if you should need our assistance in the future, you may count on it. I think I'll retire to my chambers now. Here. And he presents what looks like a little gold circular sphere. It's the shape of a pearl, but it looks to be the brightest, shiniest gold you've ever seen. It's about the size of the first section of your thumb. And he holds it out. And then he jiggles it. He indicates somebody should take it.
Go on, Claudius.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I've been up for far too long. It's been over 1,000 years waiting for this to finish. Seemed like it would never end. Shall we retire, my dear? And he takes the hand of what appears to be a ghostly dwarven queen, and they walk off towards the prop department.
Ooh, maybe we should follow.
Yeah,
Maybe
let's
they
follow.
can show us how to get through the boiler.
And as you start exiting, Elephas is bowing on the stage, and most of the ghosts are still there, but they're starting to disappear one by one in random order. And the zombies also sit down. They don't disappear because they're physical, but they seem to almost sort of shut down. And Elephas says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." And he waves to all of you. Thank you indeed. Elephas shall always remember you as the greatest troupe that he ever worked with. You shall go down in the histories and the annals of all theatre productions as one of the greatest performances ever. And with that, he waves and slowly fades out. And he says, even you, Byleth.
Aw. Dankeschön.
Oh.
God bless you. And as the
While we run off to the prop room, I'm going to go to the zombie with the weird crossbow, and I'm gonna yank it from it.
it doesn't let go initially, but then as it slowly shuts down, it kind of just releases its grip, and you manage to get a hold of it.
Thank you, sir. And I'm just gonna run after the ghost with a new crossbow. And I'm just gonna wink at Charlotte while I'm running.
And and the ghosts take their time, so you have plenty of time to catch up. The procession, it's the king, the queen, and a couple of what appear to be possibly bodyguards. They make their way, and they're just sort of ephemeral, so they're completely translucent. And you watch, and the king stands in front of the boiler, and he waves his right hand over this little tiny dot. And he says something in Dwarven, and it's a short phrase, and you don't quite catch all of it, even those of you who understand Dwarven. And the door opens. And you can see what appears to be a passageway in a case.
I'm gonna run up before the door closes.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Run in.
Okay. Are they all coming with you? Funker, Pug?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or are they just going to cower heroically behind various tables and objects whilst the red dragon continues to try to flame things? Okay. This is obviously a passage. And you see the ghostly figures walk off in distance, but as they get further and further along, even though they're walking very slowly, they get fainter and fainter, and at some point they fade out completely. The passage continues for quite some time, and you can't see the end of it, and it's definitely a bit twisty and turny with a couple of stairs that go up and down as well, but there don't seem to be any side passages. So do you guys want to just go straight forward, or do you want to do anything else before you continue? For all of those who have walked through, presumably everybody's gone through?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we took the dragon statue, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you
Cracker
say
had
so. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as the last of you walks through, the door slowly closes behind you.
I am going to activate just gonna take out my dagger and say bridges, and I get Sulfurous dagger,
Okay.
and it shed 30 feet of light as well.
All right.
Now it's a
Yes.
short sword as well.
Excellent. So you don't look quite as ridiculous when you attempt to do your blade song.
With my little dagger.
All right. So are you guys going to keep going, or do you want to do anything before you walk further?
Well, I just hope we don't get into any trouble.
Yeah.
I know everybody needs a bit of a rest.
So what does that mean?
Anybody want to
Can we-
stop for a rest?
Can we take a long rest here?
Are you asking me? Or
No, I'm
Maybe a
asking the
short rest?
party.
Okay.
I mean, I might be fine with a short rest. I don't know. It seemed pretty urgent with King Bruenor and all.
How about everybody else?
I would need a long rest to do something more.
Yeah, I'm good on kind of health, but my power is kind of low. The little power I have.
And I'd need a long rest to get angry.
You You need to be better with your anger management.
Haven't
Yeah,
had much of a chance to recharge, so still
which
going.
means something completely different.
Yeah, it does.
It's all right to be angry. You just need to pace yourself.
Yeah. Not all the
Imagine,
time.
and doesn't Cracker also have like what's that, Teamster's ability or something?
What?
So she knows how to drive a cart.
Oh, yeah, I do.
So basically, she's like the worst road rager ever.
Yeah, look out.
That's great.
Learn how to drive a cart, you jerk! Get out of the
Signal.
fast lane. This is a lane for carts with 4 wheels or more. Signal, yeah, exactly. Put the blinkers on your horse.
I mean, do you think King Bruenor will be fine if we wait 8 hours more?
I don't know.
Well, he did say hurry. Maybe we just wing it and just go.
Oh yeah, nothing bad could happen then.
Can
I mean, I still
we-
have a potion of spell slot restoration, and I don't know if anybody wanna use
So
that. If that would help.
did we discuss what that actually does?
Yeah, I think so. I identified it.
Yeah. But do you remember what it does exactly? I just want to be clear about it.
It restores a 2 spell slot level. So I
Right.
think either 2 first level or 1 second level.
Right. I just wanted to make sure you didn't accidentally write it down as like a full rest equivalent,
Yeah.
which would be very different if you were planning
Yeah.
on using that to. Okay.
I was just thinking if Quark seems to be fast and tiny. I don't know if he's stealthy, but might be kind of useful to see if he.
He's not particularly stealthy, although he doesn't walk because he flies everywhere. His mechanical apparatus means that when he flies, he kind of makes a whirring sound, and he also seems to have this inability to restrain himself. So everywhere he goes, he has to make commentary. He's got a little bit of verbal diarrhea, stroke Tourette's. And it's like boop, 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 beep, beep, whir, whir, whir.
Okay. If we
His wings
could go
flutter
to
very
the-
quickly.
Yeah, if we could kind of go to the end of the tunnel and just see what's at the end, it will be easier to kind of decide what to do.
Sorry, you're saying send Quark to do that?
Yeah, if he was stealthy, but if he's chirping and commenting and creaking while he's flying, he's not the best option to do that.
He's also not a familiar. He could die.
No, I was kind of thinking of just asking him if he wanted to do that. Since we freed him, he also was one.
Wow.
But I won't do that since he's not quiet. And since our familiars are dead, we can't send them.
Nothing like a little emotional blackmail.
I mean, how big exactly is the giant red? Is it like
Is the
small
giant
dog
what?
size? A giant rat. How big is that?
The giant what?
A giant, like a rat.
Rat. Sorry.
Rat.
I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of you. I heard red, and I thought you were referring to the
Oh.
dragon.
I know.
A giant rat. How large is a giant rat? Is what your question is. Yes. So a giant rat is about the size of a house cat. Are you thinking of bringing somebody back? Is that what you're asking? Bring
I
Audrey
mean,
back?
I have the figurine of wondrous power.
Oh, right.
But I don't know how noticeable a giant rat would be. Rat.
Well, I mean, you also have the find familiar spell, which sorry, just hear me out here, which allows you to turn your familiar into a giant rat, and you would know that as a result of that, the giant rat form is not exceptionally stealthy. I mean, it's not unstealthy, but it doesn't have any additional benefits to being stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
They squeak a lot.
Damn them. Well, I
And
mean,
their claws make a lot of noise when they run around, which anybody who's ever had a hamster will attest.
I guess that's an option. I don't know if it's a good one.
Yeah. It's just we could also send King Bruenor a message, but if we need to go now, it's not wise to spend any more spells.
Hmm.
I could try and sneak up. Let's see.
Sure. If you think you can do it, I believe in you.
Or should we? Do we see kind of any light at the end of the tunnel?
There is no light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh
There's
no.
just
Okay.
tunnel.
It's just tunnel.
Suddenly you see a light, and it's very bright, and it seems to be getting brighter and closer. And then you hear woo woo.
Maybe we should try and just sneak a little bit closer to try and see what's ahead.
Okay.
I'm not very stealthy.
Clank, clank, jangle, jangle.
Or we can take an hour and summon a familiar and just send that. Wait, Tonker, where's your familiar?
Oh, what?
Where's your baby Yoda? I can't remember his name.
Who's baby? I don't think I've got a. I'm too old to have a baby.
Okay, your green
Yodel.
friend.
Yodel, right?
Yodel. That's
Yodel?
good.
Oh, why didn't you say so? He's somewhere around here.
Can you get him here?
Well, he is here.
Can you get him to appear? Or is he invisible?
Yodel? Yes, he's probably invisible.
Oh, well, did you hear what we were discussing?
And you feel some sharp little things on your left shoulder.
Oh.
And a little soft tickling as some warm air passes over your left ear. Here I did.
Yes. Would you be so kind and kind of follow the tunnel to see if you can get to the throne room and see what's happening there?
No,
Did he say no?
no.
Okay.
And Tonker will say, you do. But he's not a familiar like yours. He's more of a companion.
Well, can you ask him kindly? He is invisible and he is the stealthiest of us all.
I can, but if he dies, I die partially too, and he never comes back. He's not like your kind of familiar. I'm trying to tell you. It's a different kind of magic.
Okay. I'm going to go. So I'm going to start sneaking up.
Right.
And you suspect that there is a different type of familiar magic, and he's referring to that. And thinking about how old Tonker is, you suspect that that's part of the problem.
Millie, wait. I touch her arm and cast invisibility on her
There you go.
Oh,
without wasting a spell slot.
Wow.
better.
Nice.
Fancy schmancy. Go, Claudius, go!
I could use some guidance as well. I'm
Oh,
gonna
yes.
whisper.
I'm gonna put
Hint,
my hand
hint,
on her
hint.
hand and be
Hint,
like,
hint.
here, you got this.
You got this.
Thank
Talos
you.
says you got this.
Yeah.
You got this.
I will also use telepathic speech on her.
All right.
Okay.
And that doesn't require concentration, right?
No, it's not a spell.
Okay. All right. Yes, you are invisibled up, telepathied up,
Yep.
guided up.
Yep.
Need an extra pair of pants just in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah. See you on the other side, and I'm gonna start sneak up.
Spare fire resistance potion or... All right. How far out do you want to go? Just until you get to the end, until you find something, or you want to go a certain distance first and then stop?
I think I'm going to go. I don't know how far it is. So
Well, you
if
tell me
I'm,
how far you would go until you reach something or else, or what your catalyst is for stopping.
yeah, if I get to 100 feet, I'm going to kind of stop and listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can say that you're going cautiously and therefore slowly, which would take
Yeah.
twice as much time. But, I guess invisibility is for an hour, right? So you go 100 feet slowly, probing your way around. Why don't you give us some perception rolls?
Okay.
This is before you get to the 100-foot mark.
Okay. Let's see. I guess since I'm going to use my guidance for that because that only lasts a minute.
Okay. All right.
So 24.
Yes. So you've successfully sensed that. Remember, I said that it's a bit windy. It has stairs going up and down.
Mm.
You're not a dwarf, so you're not really that excellent with the stone sense or the underground sense, but you can tell that there's a change in the environment, and you're not 100% sure, but you think you may be going a little bit lower than where you started.
Okay.
The change in the environment is that it's becoming a bit damper. It's definitely less warm, and there's a bit of moisture. You can feel it in the air occasionally when you reach out to touch the walls. The walls feel a bit slick with that kind of condensation on the stone that you sometimes get in certain environments. Not dissimilar to the water reservoir when you first came into Gauntlgrym recently. And the air smells a bit like it's got some mold in it.
Oh, I'm going to tell Sneeze all of this through my telepathic bond.
Okay.
And I'm also going to kind of grab my cloak behind me and kind of put it up in front of my nose and mouth.
Okay. Now, just to be clear, is your sword still lit even though you're invisible? Kind of gives
I
it
don't know.
away.
If it is, I'm going to turn it off, of course.
Okay. Well, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure because otherwise it's just like, I'm
Yeah.
invisible. You can't see
Yeah.
me. Why is there a glowing sword or
Sword
a source of
coming.
an illusionary source of light that goes out 30 feet that seems to move? So you put out the sword, and you're looking with dark vision. The dark vision doesn't really differentiate as clearly when it comes to things like a wet surface, a shiny wet surface, and a shiny wet surface with mold.
Mhm.
Uh, you said you're going further, right? Beyond the 100 feet after you send the message back to Denise.
Yeah, as long as I don't sense any trouble, kind of.
And what would you mean by trouble? What's your definition?
Dangers in the night. Well, as long as I don't hear kind of anyone coming or any clickety clacks from
Okay.
creatures or something.
Okay. All right. Let's have another perception check for the next section that you're traveling.
Okay, I have to turn off guidance
Okay.
and perception. 6.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything or notice anything, although you do, now that you're attuned to it, you can sense that the mold smell persists. You're not 100% sure. It may be getting stronger, maybe it's not. You
Okay.
feel like there's a little bit of a breeze behind you, like right on the back of your neck, and the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
I'm gonna quickly just kind of look over my shoulder to see if I see anyone behind me.
You don't see anything.
Okay. Gonna keep going.
Okay. After another 100 feet, one more roll, please.
Okay. 10?
Okay. You will come up to what appears to be an engraved door.
Okay.
Passageway is a bit rough. The ground you've been walking in is smooth. The door is very well made. It's made of stone. It's beautifully engraved. It's in the style of dwarven architecture, but it also looks a bit old, like some of the older sections you had seen when you were here the first time. And you feel something on the back of your neck again.
Oh. Is this kind of, it's not the same sensation that I had in the Temple of Asmodeus, right?
No, this
No.
is
Okay.
it almost feels like somebody's gently blowing on the back of your neck.
Okay. I'm I'm gonna just whisper, Ural, is that you? Since it just did that before I went.
Here I am.
Oh, Jesus, don't scare me like that.
All invisible, I see.
Yes. Can you see me while I'm invisible?
Yodel sees all.
Can you see through walls?
No.
No, okay. It's no X-ray mission. Do you know what's written on this door?
And he pauses, and then you feel the flitting of air moving past your face, and maybe just a little bit of a hint of a wing touches you and grazes you,
I'm gonna shiver.
and a little bit of illumination, not actual light, but almost as if somebody were casting a spell. Tonker. And you think you hear something like a grinding of stone on stone, rough stone on stone. And then slowly this door moves to the side and slides over, and you see the back of the throne to King Bruenor's throne.
Okay.
Because you're looking from the back, you can't really, and the throne is quite tall. You can see that you're in the throne room, but you can't really see the room itself,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Right. I'm going to just message Denise and just say, okay, I found the throne room. I can't see inside it yet. And the creepy feeling that I had, it was the imp. And I am going to sneak. Can I kind of get around the throne
Yes.
just to peek out the side? Okay.
Yes. It's literally the throne, the distance between the entranceway and the throne is less than 5 feet. So you don't have to squeeze, but it's just enough that it almost blocks the entire passage.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of sneak to the side and kind of look around the corner.
Okay. And as you do so, you see the room is fairly empty, but there are a few dwarves laying around. The first thing you notice is that King Bruenor is actually on his throne, passed out, it looks like. And several of the other ones that you've seen before are also there. They all seem to have patches of mold or something on their faces and their exposed skin. Some of them are laying on the ground, some of them are collapsed on the stairs, and then Bruenor is collapsed and slumped in on his throne.
Okay. Do I see any one that looked like the kind of not zombies, but the infected that we fought earlier? That was kind of turned.
Well,
Is there a difference, kind of?
Well,
or
yeah, so that's the trouble is it's a bit hard to discern at this distance, right? They all look like
okay,
they're covered in something.
but Bruenor is kind of close, isn't he?
You're literally right behind. You're literally next to the throne, peeking out from behind the throne, and he's slumped in front of you.
Okay. Does he look kind of too far gone, or?
Well, that's all kind of a judgment call, right?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to message all of this back to Sneeze, what I'm seeing.
I will tell the rest of the party all of that.
It seems like we need to hurry there and won't be able to have the time for a long rest.
Yeah. I'm going to ask Sneeze if should I do something stupid?
No, please don't.
Okay.
Just
Kinda wanna
wait.
Jump on top of
stupid.
Bruenor and start giving him CPR and smearing all of that mold all over your face.
Just wait for us before you do something stupid.
Okay. I'll
We
wait.
can all do something stupid together.
Together, yeah.
Yes. More chances.
Can
to
I see
survive
if
than
can I see if Bruenor is breathing? He's
Yes,
breathing. Okay.
he is breathing. Very shallow, labored, uneven. So if the rest of you are walking at your normal pace, it doesn't take all that long to get there. It's, essentially about 300 feet. So less than 10 turns if you guys are rushing.
Okay.
Some of you could get there earlier.
I'm gonna to kind of sneak back about maybe 30 feet and meet them 30 feet before the opening.
Okay.
And just kind of explain the layout where everyone is and kind of what it looks like, so everyone knows what it looks like before they get inside.
Okay, perfect.
So what should we do? Should we just kind of go in Hell's Blazing, or?
Well, too bad we can't just heal them up,
Can't we use the water and try to pour it over them? See if that works.
Can I try another thing? Can I point at Bruenor and cast message?
I mean, you can try.
Okay. Going to try it, and I'm just going to say that.
I mean, why wouldn't you be able to try it?
I don't know. I don't know why I ask. I know I can do it actually.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure if that was a trick question or something. Like,
Yeah.
did I miss something? Or
I'm going to point in his direction, and I am going to say that we think we're soon at the throne room. Are you still with us?
and you can. So, are you looking at him while you're doing it? Like you're around you're kind of peeking around the edge of the throne, or are you hiding behind the throne and trying to do it?
I'm going to because this breaks my invisibility, but I don't have to see him. I can just point in his direction.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Are you?
Yeah, so I'm going to stay out of sight to do it.
Okay.
So that I don't suddenly appear in front of everyone. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't see him?
No.
Invisibility.
I am maintaining concentration on that.
That's true. It's actually Daria. Sorry,
Yeah, but
Xenius.
I'm casting a spell, So
It
that will
doesn't
break if
matter.
me wanted. It doesn't?
Oh
I
no.
no.
Well, I think it's actually. Can you post invisibility? Because I think, yeah, I think Daria might be right. It's breaks concentration if you're casting a spell yourself, but if otherwise, you would have to break concentration by attacking somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. Spell ends for a target that attacks. Oh, well, no, the spell ends for a target. So sorry, Daria. I think Henrietta's right there.
Sorry, you kind of wasted
It's
the
not.
spell. But...
It's not the caster. It's the target.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, so you would turn visible again. So you point your finger to the back of the throne. It's not so thick that it can't go through, and obviously can go around a little bit. Or you could even just stick your arm around, I guess, and then
just see a finger coming.
just see it, just like see a pale light blue finger
Ghost
around
finger,
the.
yeah.
I must be dying. I don't see you, but I hear you. Moradin, take my soul gently.
Oh. I'm going to cast it again. You might be dying, but not yet. Is there a way we can cure you?
Yes. We need to be put into the waters. The cleansed waters.
Okay. I think you're right, Lilith, that we should try the bowl. You said something about the cleansed waters will help them. I'm going to cast it again, and I'm going to ask him, is it safe to come into the throne room?
I don't know. We've been here for a long time. No one has any energy.
Okay.
The ones who've turned have either been killed, slain, or pushed out. But anyone could turn at any time.
Okay. Thank you. We need to hurry. Should we just try and kind of pour the water over them? Or?
I think it's
try
the
that first.
fastest
Yeah.
way to try it. Yeah.
Okay. Cracker, you have the bowl.
All right, let's go.
So are you guys all going to the throne room, first of all?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure I know what I'm dealing with here. I don't want to have one of these conversations like, oh, but I never would have done that. And then it's like a whole bunch of take backsies. Yeah. Okay.
And we're almost at 9 here.
Yes, we are almost
Oh.
at time to end. So you guys will be behind the throne. So if you wouldn't mind putting
Oh,
your
okay.
tokens at the top of the dais. Don't worry, I'll keep you're on a tight schedule. I'll stop it. We can stop now before we have the dramatic reveal.
Now let's do the dramatic reveal.
I want the...
All right. Okay, so you are all out. Tonker Pug with you?
Yes. Let's bring
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah.
All right. You
Bowl
live and
in
die
hand.
together. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Wait.
I'll get Tonker and Pug. And also Quark, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're there. How do you go about doing this exactly?
Well, I'm going to first pour water on the king, on King Bruenor.
Mhm. Okay. So as you do, as you tilt this bowl and it spills out, this creature sort of, as the water spills out and hits King Bruenor on the ground, this creature sort of manifests itself in front of you in the shape of a humanoid.
Sorry.
You just insult his mother.
My mother was a saint.
Well,
Anybody speak water?
I'll need 10 minutes, I guess. There isn't any other solution.
I don't think it's uncommon or abyssal is speaking, so
No.
or infernal.
I'm just maybe he'll understand the intention. I'm just gonna point at all the infected people and say, "Can you heal them?"
Are you using your battle axe when you do it?
No, just like 'cause I'm holding a bowl.
Yeah, go ahead and. No, I mean it's not
The
necessarily charisma.
persuasion?
Well, it could be, but if you don't feel like persuasion is your strong suit, I'll let you use something else that could be.
It's good.
I'm gonna try to guide her with and keep pointing in the same way to this
Okay.
copy crackers movement.
Okay.
Yeah,
as
I'm
long as you
going
don't.
to give her in my inspiration as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay,
The
so
same.
rolling
Heal them.
with advantage. 19.
All right.
Nice.
Thank you.
And it seems to nod, and it takes its hand, or what passes for hand, passes it over Bruenor's face, and you see Bruenor's complexion change immediately. And he looks like his old self again. His breathing becomes easier. His eyes close. And he seems to revert to a sleeping King Bruenor.
Yay, we saved the king.
And that's where we're going to end.
Yay, we did it.
Yeah,
All right.
Well done.
we did a lot this episode. We captured a dragon. We had a play. We healed the king. Saved him.
Goodness, you're right.
Yeah.
I think
We
we
can
should
retire
all
now.
level up.
Yeah.
We can retire.
Well, you may have saved the king, but the rest of the kingdom still needs a little bit of help. So there's still
Yeah.
that to deal with. I told you
Can't
guys
do
it would
everything.
be fun. And some of you were like, oh, let's just leave them and let's just go back out. Who was that who said that? Yvonne.
What? As soon as the play was in, man, I was totally in.
Play, yeah, but saving the king, no.
Oh yeah, well that part.
Well done, everyone. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I certainly enjoyed myself. I thought the performance was excellent. Oh my
Yes.
God. I laughed. I cried. It was better than Cats. The movie.
So many emotions.
So many emotions. Well, that shall go down in history as one of the greatest improvisational theater performances of all time. And if not, it definitely should.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
love you all. Have a lovely week, and I shall see you all next weekend.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care.
Okay.
That's
Bye.
fine,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.